To my mental health, a crime channel. My name is Sudha London. My life is a cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions.
All the truth from her autopsy report, and we were given her autopsy report on a thumb drive during the sentencing. The investigator walked into the courtroom that day and said, and we had arranged that, and he said, so in reading that autopsy report, we found out that Kaylee had been stabbed 24 times to her face and head. She had 11 to her chest, neck, and like torso area, and 3 to her upper extremities. So I thought about her eyes too. I was like, was her eyes stabbed? But somehow or another, Kaylee's eyes had not been stabbed. Kaylee did have really bad facial damage. Some of her teeth were missing. Several were broken. And she had 2 subdural hematomas to her head. So her nose was broken badly.
Yeah, so that for me it was outrage because my daughter was fighting up to her very last breath. Over and over, she kept trying to get out of that bed, and he was just drilling her. Yeah. And she's fighting for her last breath, and I got this old Santa Claus who's just throwing out a white towel, just saying, "Oh, let's just make it all go away." And I want these type of killings to stop, and you don't do that with weak prosecutors. And this man is extremely bad at his job. And just yesterday, we asked AI, "What are the safest countries in the world?" And out of the top 10, every single one of them have the death penalty. Well, 8 of them have the capital. So for somebody to think that capital murder doesn't work, well, the safest countries in the world use it, and they don't use it like how we are in America.
Yeah.
It's just a bargaining chip.
Yeah, Idaho has it, but our guys have been there for a long time. And we knew this wasn't going to happen fast. Yeah, but he was going to be on death row. It's the principle. He deserves to ultimately die. Now, maybe he's going to die of natural causes or just because he gets old in there. But we were hoping, because they just brought back the firing squad, that here in Idaho things were going to pick back up and they were going to start, executing these murderers and these criminals that are on death row. But we knew it wasn't going to be anytime soon. We didn't think they're just going to take him out back and shoot him. I mean, that would be great. But even if it was exactly how they told us, they were just sleeping in their beds, they probably never even woke up, and they were just stabbed to death, little package of bow on it, we still would have wanted the death penalty. We still would. We wanted it from the very beginning, as soon as we found out that they were...
Is that what you were led to believe, Christy? Because that's what I was led to believe, that they were attacked in their sleep and they were basically dead before they could even wake up.
Yes.
And then they went to those parents and said, "This is what it is. Do you want to make a deal?" I mean, that's what it is. No, they didn't know. No, she was punched, her face was crushed in, her teeth are knocked out. They didn't give those details because they knew it would be enraging, and then they would have a problem. So the truth was a problem. Truth was a problem for the prosecutor, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
Welcome back to my mental health, a crime channel. My name is Huda London. My life's a cognitive behavior therapist. That's a CBT therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. Today I'd like to go back to Jack D's interview. I spoke a bit about it. I did not analyze the interview. This is the part 1. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions only. If I go back to the beginning of this case, the college students were saying that Jack D was suspect number 1. Hashtag suspect number 1. I wonder why. The college students were talking, but they were not talking directly. Things were coming online. We had the 4chan Anonymous and many other things. So we are getting bits and pieces of the Sigma Chi fraternity boys Jack D and Jack Showalter. Allegedly, in my opinion. Their names are flying around a lot. And Jack D is important at the if you look at the timeline, because Kaylee and Maddie called Jack D from 2:26 to 2:53, like we were told. But you'll hear in this interview, I believe Jack D says the last call was at 2:57, and that doesn't make sense. It was 2:53, according to the affidavit, unless I got that wrong. But before I go to this interview, I want you all to pay attention. Although they blurred his face to his hands, this is all my speculations and my opinions, but his hands were swollen, his palms were swollen, his fingers actually, were quite black in color, looked quite burnt. I wonder if he was burning evidence or something of that sort. Strangely enough, he had a Band-Aid on before he came to the police station at the crime scene. I wonder what happened to the Band-Aid. But you can clearly see that this man has injured thumb and fingers. Cuts actually even, since he had a Band-Aid on. It looks kind of scratched, very rough skin. And it's not only Jack D, it's Jack D and DM2. The injuries on his fingers and hands, or his fingers actually, is red flag number 1 for me. That he's hiding his left arm and hand behind his back at the crime scene is red flag number 2. After his breakup with Kaylee, his professor referred him to mental health counseling. He was very concerned for Jack D. You have a professor who's concerned for a student and who mentions the reason he was concerned was something was going on with Jack D. Psychologically, mentally, I don't know, physically. Maybe his behavior, maybe his cognitive behavior wasn't right. Something was going on in this young man's life. I've always got a lot of trolls when it comes to Jack D. But I'm just out here for the truth. These 4 victims deserve the truth. Jack D was always on my radar because of many different things. Katie wasn't following him on social media. He was following her. I believe he was the stalker Katie was talking about. I think he was really going to a rough patch. Jack D walks into the room with Detective Payne. You can already see his fingers and his thumb.
Everybody in that has any degree of affiliation, okay? So don't think that you're in trouble. We're trying to collect as much of this information as we can to try to get a clear picture on what's going on and figure out where to start looking, okay? So real quick, do you have a cell phone? Do you mind if I take it from you?
Yeah, that's all right.
I appreciate it. You need to text anybody, let them know you're okay. I don't want someone to try to call you and your phone be off.
I've had a few people try to call me this morning. My parents have come up from Coeur d'Alene as well.
Okay, but they're aware of what's going on?
Yeah, I might want to just let them know to come straight here.
Yeah, have at it. You're more than welcome to. You can call them, text them, whatever you want to do. Address is 55 Southview.
Hey, I'm gonna give them my phone, but I just wanted to let you know that I'll be at the police station if you guys are still coming. Okay. When will you be here, just so I kind of know? When will you be here? Sure. One of the officers would like to speak to you.
Hello, ma'am. Hey, my name is Corporal Payne with Moscow PD. I just kind of want to give you guys, do you know where the PD is here in town? And I lost me. I have good service up there. Oh, I think we're losing you. I'll get back to you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I think they're familiar with the area. I don't know if they moved spots.
Oh, so I'm sorry, I
Oh.
didn't hear that last part cut out.
Do you know where the new police station is?
No.
Okay, so the easiest way,
We could put it in Google Maps unless that will work.
yeah, the easiest way, ma'am, is just stay on the highway like you're going to Lewiston. You'll kind of go through town, you'll pass A&W on your right, and then keep going down that long hill, and you can't miss it. It's a big, brand new building on the left side of the road.
Okay, thank you. We'll be there as soon as we can.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. So, real quick, what's your first name? What's your middle initial? And last. What's the date of birth for you? Good address for you. And your phone number. Okay, I'm assuming this is, what kind of phone is this? iPhone?
Yeah.
What model do you know?
It's 10X, I think it's like.
Okay.
His knuckles are either dirty or injured. Where has this young man been? He's covering his hands now.
We obviously try to get these back to you as quick as we can, okay? So it's not like you're never going to see your phone again. It may take a few days for us to process the information on it, and we'll get it back to you, okay? So I just want to make sure I have a good documentation of who's whose, and we'll go from there, all right? So while we're on that note, I'm just going to fill in your info here. So this is just saying that you give Moscow PD consent to search your digital media, okay? If you wouldn't mind, if you're okay with that, right there it says consent or signature, if you wouldn't mind signing right there. And just so you know, everything's recorded, this little camera right here is rocking and rolling stuff. Alright. Sorry, I'm not iPhone guys that take me that. You just hold it down to turn it on?
Just click that right side button there.
No, turn off. I thought you run out of battery.
I think you hold both of these.
Ah, there you go. Perfect, thank you.
Allah!
Oh, keep it from just right there at the top there for me if you wouldn't mind. Alright, so, appreciate that. I know it's a weird thing to give up your phone to somebody, but I appreciate you helping us out, alright? Before we get into kind of timeline for last night and stuff, what, you have, I'm assuming you have social media?
Yeah.
What accounts do you have?
I hope he mentions TikTok because he has some pictures with injured fingers on TikTok. He took it down 2 days after the unalivings. DM had yik yak. She doesn't mention that. And Jack D walks off in his second interview, that is with Detective Maury, on the 15th of November.
So you got your address. So starting yesterday, midday, wherever you want to start. Did you go to the football game?
No, I was working.
Are you working? Okay, where are you working? What time is your shift end?
It's from like 2 to 10. I got out of there probably.
10 p.m. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what did you do after you got off shift?
I went home, or I dropped off some food at my friend who's working at the corner club. And then I went home and met up with my friends, and then we went to the corner club as a group.
What time did you guys get to the club?
Probably close to 11.
Okay. What? Anything kind of talking through the rest of your evening there? You guys just hang out, or?
Yeah, we hung out there, and then I actually did run into Kaylee at the corner club. Say hi to her, talk to her for probably a minute or so. And then eventually, I don't know if she left before or after me, but I left. I came back home, pretty much just went to bed, and then I woke up, and I saw a bunch of commotion down the street, and I walked out there just to see what was going on, and I kind of heard some things. But I later looked on my phone and found like 6 missed calls from Kayla and 3 from Maddie as well.
This is what his hands and fingers look like. This is 3 hours after 911 was called to 1122 King Road. You can't see his face, it's blurred out.
Probably about 1. I don't really know that. I wasn't paying attention at the time.
No, sorry.
Now this is one major red flag because it's a lie. Jack D did not reach home at 1 a.m. that night because the screenshot of him, the picture, the photo of him and Maddie and Kaylee at the corner club was taken at 1:39. Timelines don't lie. Don't lie. It's him who's lying. Why would he just take out 40 minutes? And in fact, it's more than 40 minutes, I believe. Because he said he gets a ride. He gets a ride, which is very interesting. He said he called a friend, but before he called a friend, he called somebody else. That's where I believe Jack D and Sigma Chi merging that night. I wanted to just summarize a bit here. He says he met Kaylee and Maddie at the corner club. He said he reached at the corner club around 11 p.m. He finished work by 10 past 10, and he said he reached home at 1 p.m. 1 a.m. That's a lie. He was at the grub top at 1:39. Why does his fingers look like that? Are they burnt? Are they injured? His knuckles are red. Was this a crime of passion? Was Jack D involved? Why was bullet fragments found in his house? Why was 5 to 6 droplets of red liquid found in his house? Why did he stop the interview with Detective Mowry on the 15th of November? He asked for his attorney as soon as his mother called. Isn't that strange? His own professor was worried for him. That is something to think about. I wonder if him, Jack D, and DM were burning evidence together, and if they could have done these crimes with maybe other alternative suspects, in my opinion. This is the part 1. Please join for the part 2. Let me know what you all think. Share your thoughts and opinions. You're always mindful and respectful, and I appreciate that, guys. Have a lovely evening.